Hello, and welcome to Top 10 Family-Friendly Destinations Across America. Over the next 15 chapters, we'll be your trusted guide to crafting unforgettable memories with your loved ones. We'll journey together from the sun-drenched beaches of the Pacific to the historic avenues of the East Coast, from the towering peaks of majestic mountains to the magical kingdoms of imagination. This is your passport to the ultimate American family adventure, a comprehensive resource designed to inspire and simplify your vacation planning. In today's fast-paced world, the time we set aside for family is more precious than ever. A well-chosen vacation can be more than just a break from the routine of school and work. It can be a chance to reconnect, to learn, to explore, and to build a treasure chest of shared experiences that your family will cherish for a lifetime. But with a country as vast and diverse as the United States, the sheer number of options can be overwhelming. Where do you even begin? That's where we come in. We've done the research, we've sifted through the countless possibilities, and we've curated a list of the top 10 family-friendly destinations that America has to offer. In the chapters to come, we'll take a deep dive into each of these incredible locations, providing you with insider tips, must-see attractions, and practical advice to help you make the most of your trip. We'll explore what makes each destination unique and why it deserves a spot on your family's travel bucket list. So, what exactly makes a destination family-friendly? It's more than just having a few kid-friendly restaurants and a playground. A truly great family destination offers a rich tapestry of experiences that cater to a wide range of ages and interests. It's a place where a toddler can be captivated by a colorful fish in an aquarium, a 10-year-old can be thrilled by a roller coaster, a teenager can find an Instagram-worthy photo op, and parents can relax and enjoy a moment of peace. The destinations we'll be exploring in this series have been chosen for their ability to deliver on all these fronts. They offer a perfect blend of entertainment, education, and relaxation. They are places where you can learn about the nation's history one day and splash in the ocean the next. They are destinations that spark curiosity, encourage a sense of wonder, and provide a backdrop for laughter and joy. In the upcoming chapters, we will transport you to the heart of Orlando, Florida, the undisputed theme park capital of the world. We'll go beyond the iconic castle and explore the magic of its various parks, from thrilling movie-themed adventures to incredible marine life encounters. We'll show you how to navigate the parks like a pro and discover some of the hidden gems that many visitors miss. Then, we'll head west to the sun-kissed shores of San Diego, California. With its world-renowned zoo, beautiful beaches, and laid-back vibe, San Diego offers a perfect blend of outdoor adventure and urban excitement. We'll guide you to the best spots for building sandcastles, spotting sea lions, and exploring fascinating museums. For the nature lovers and aspiring adventurers, we'll venture into the wild heart of America with a visit to Yellowstone National Park. Imagine the look on your children's faces as they witness the eruption of Old Faithful, spot a herd of bison roaming freely, or marvel at the vibrant colors of the Grand Prismatic Spring. We'll provide you with a roadmap to the park's most awe-inspiring sights and share tips for a safe and memorable wilderness experience. And for those who want to combine fun with a healthy dose of education, we'll take you to the nation's capital, Washington, D.C. We'll walk you through the hallowed halls of its free Smithsonian museums, stand in the shadow of iconic monuments, and uncover the stories that have shaped America. You'll discover that a trip to D.C. can be both an exciting and an enlightening experience for the whole family. These are just a few of the incredible destinations we have in store for you. Each chapter will be a comprehensive guide, packed with detailed information on the best time to visit, where to stay, what to eat, and how to get around. We'll also share our top picks for family-friendly activities, from thrilling attractions to hidden local favorites. Our goal is to empower you with the knowledge and inspiration you need to plan a vacation that is perfectly tailored to your family's unique interests and budget. We believe that the best family vacations are the ones where everyone has a chance to shine, to try something new, and to create lasting memories together. So whether you're dreaming of a sun-soaked beach getaway, an action-packed theme park adventure, an educational journey through history, or an awe-inspiring encounter with nature, you've come to the right place. The great American family adventure awaits, and it all starts right here. In our next chapter, we will begin our journey in a place where fairy tales come to life and imagination knows no bounds. Get ready to explore the magic of Orlando, Florida. We'll see you then. Welcome back to Top 10 Family-Friendly Destinations Across America. In our last chapter, we set the stage for our nationwide tour of incredible family vacation spots. Today, we dive headfirst into a destination that needs little introduction, a place synonymous with magic, thrills, and the joyful screams of children and adults alike. Prepare to have your imagination ignited as we journey to the heart of Central Florida, to the city that has perfected the art of family fun, Orlando. Often hailed as the theme park capital of the world, Orlando is more than just a city. It's a universe of meticulously crafted worlds waiting to be explored. It's where fairy tales leap from the page, where you can fly on a broomstick, and where the heroes of the silver screen come to life right before your eyes. For families, a trip to Orlando is a pilgrimage to the epicenter of entertainment, a rite of passage that creates a core memory bank of pure, unadulterated joy. But with so much to see and do, where do you begin? Let's break it down, starting with the colossal world of Walt Disney. Walt Disney World Resort isn't just a theme park. It's a sprawling kingdom composed of 4 distinct theme parks, 2 water parks, a massive shopping and dining district, and dozens of themed resort hotels. It is a destination in itself. At its heart is the iconic Magic Kingdom. This is the park of classic Disney, where Cinderella's castle stands as a beacon of dreams. For families with young children, this is pure magic. You can soar with Dumbo, sail through It's a Small World, and meet Mickey Mouse himself. But it's not just for the little ones. Teenagers and adults will feel the rush on Space Mountain or face the ghostly inhabitants of the Haunted Mansion. The day culminates in a spectacular fireworks show over the castle, a truly breathtaking experience that encapsulates the wonder of Disney. Next in the Disney Quartet is Epcot, which stands for Experimental Prototype Community of Tomorrow. This park is a celebration of human achievement, innovation, and global culture, cleverly disguised as world-class entertainment. It's essentially 2 parks in one. The front half, now divided into neighborhoods like World Celebration and World Discovery, delves into science and technology. Here, you can design your own virtual concept car and take it for a spin on Test Track or embark on a simulated mission to space on Mission Space. The back half is the World Showcase, a collection of 11 pavilions, each meticulously recreating a different country. You can stroll from Mexico to Norway, enjoy authentic cuisine in Japan, watch street performers in France, and see a film about the landscapes of China, all in a single afternoon. It's a fantastic way to introduce children to different cultures and cuisines in an immersive, engaging way. For the movie buffs in your family, there's Disney's Hollywood Studios. This park plunges you directly into the worlds of blockbuster films and television shows. The main draw here for many is Star Wars: Galaxy's Edge, an incredibly immersive land where you can pilot the Millennium Falcon and find yourself in the middle of a battle between the Resistance and the First Order. Just around the corner, you can shrink down to the size of a toy in Toy Story Land, riding the Slinky Dog Dash Coaster and taking a spin on alien swirling saucers. With thrilling stunt shows and classic rides, Hollywood Studios is a high-energy park that celebrates the magic of storytelling. Finally, there's Disney's Animal Kingdom, a park that is as much a world-class zoo as it is a theme park. The centerpiece is the magnificent Tree of Life, a massive sculpted tree with hundreds of animal carvings on its trunk. The park's commitment to conservation and nature is evident everywhere, most notably on the Kilimanjaro safaris, where you can ride in an open-air vehicle across a sprawling savanna, spotting real giraffes, lions, elephants, and rhinos. The most breathtaking part of Animal Kingdom, however, is Pandora, the world of Avatar. This bioluminescent land is stunningly beautiful, especially at night, and its premier attraction, Avatar Flight of Passage, is a 3D simulator ride that is so realistic and awe-inspiring. It frequently tops the list of the best theme park rides in the world. But the magic in Orlando doesn't stop with Disney. Just a short drive away lies its biggest rival, Universal Orlando Resort. Universal offers a different kind of thrill, one that's often geared towards a slightly older audience of tweens, teens, and adults. It consists of 2 theme parks, Universal Studios Florida and Universal's Islands of Adventure. The game changer for Universal was the creation of the wizarding world of Harry Potter, which is so vast and detailed that it spans both parks. In Universal Studios, you can explore Diagon Alley, a hidden magical street filled with shops like Ollivander's Wand Shop. You can ride the thrilling Escape from Gringotts and even see a fire-breathing dragon. Then, you can board the Hogwarts Express, a real train that doubles as a ride, and travel to the other park, Islands of Adventure, arriving in the village of Hogsmeade, with the majestic Hogwarts castle looming in the distance. Here you can ride Harry Potter and the Forbidden Journey and soar over the Forbidden Forest on Hagrid's Magical Creatures motorbike adventure. For any fan of the books or films, this experience is nothing short of extraordinary. Beyond Harry Potter, Islands of Adventure is home to the adrenaline-pumping Incredible Hulk coaster and the Jurassic World Velocicoaster, 2 of the most intense and celebrated roller coasters in Florida. Over in Universal Studios Florida, you can join the Minions in Despicable Me Minion Mayhem or get caught in a high-speed chase with the Fast and Furious family. While Disney and Universal dominate the landscape, Orlando has even more to offer. SeaWorld Orlando provides a unique mix of marine life exhibits, entertaining shows, and some surprisingly intense roller coasters, like Mako and Manta. For families with younger children, typically in the 2 to 12 age range, Legoland Florida, located a short drive away in Winter Haven, is a paradise built brick by brick, with gentle rides and impressive Lego sculptures. A few practical tips for your Orlando adventure. Consider the time of year. Summer and major holidays bring the biggest crowds and the highest heat and humidity. The shoulder seasons, from September to November and from late January to May, often provide more pleasant weather and more manageable crowd levels. Deciding where to stay is also a key decision. Staying on property at a Disney or Universal resort offers major perks like early park access and complimentary transportation, but it comes at a premium price. Staying off-property in one of the thousands of nearby hotels or vacation rentals can be much more budget-friendly and offer more space for your family to spread out. Orlando is a marathon, not a sprint. Trying to do too much in one day is a recipe for exhaustion. Build rest days into your itinerary, take advantage of your hotel pool, and remember that the goal is to have fun and make memories, not to check every single ride off a list. From the enchanting pathways of the Magic Kingdom to the spellbinding alleys of the Wizarding World, Orlando is a destination that delivers on its promise of unparalleled family entertainment. It is a place built on the power of stories, a kingdom of imagination that invites you to become part of the adventure. In our next chapter, we'll leave the theme parks behind and trade the Florida humidity for the cool ocean breezes of the West Coast. Join us as we journey to Southern California to explore the sun-drenched beaches and world-class attractions of San Diego. Hello and welcome back to our journey across America's best family destinations. In our last chapter, we were swept away by the high-energy fantasy worlds of Orlando. Today, we're trading humidity for gentle ocean breezes and man-made castles for golden sand castles. We are traveling west to a city that effortlessly blends urban sophistication with a laid-back beach town vibe, a place affectionately known as America's finest city. Get ready to soak up the sun and the fun as we explore the coastal playground of San Diego, California. San Diego offers a different kind of magic than Orlando. Its magic isn't found in pyrotechnics and parades, but in the near-perfect year-round climate, the 70 miles of stunning coastline, and the sheer abundance of activities that celebrate the great outdoors. It's a destination that encourages you to slow down, to breathe in the fresh sea air, and to create memories against a backdrop of sparkling blue water and swaying palm trees. Our exploration begins in what is truly the heart of the city for families, the magnificent Balboa Park. This isn't just a park, it's a 1,200-acre urban cultural oasis, one of the largest in the United States. As you enter, you're immediately struck by the breathtaking Spanish Renaissance architecture, left over from the 1915 Panama, California Exposition. The park is home to lush gardens, walking paths, and a staggering collection of 17 museums. You could easily spend several days here and not see everything. For the kids, the Fleet Science Center is a must-visit, with its hundreds of hands-on, do-touch exhibits that make learning about science an absolute blast. Right nearby, the San Diego Natural History Museum offers towering dinosaur skeletons and fascinating displays about the unique ecology of Southern California. But the undisputed crown jewel of Balboa Park, and perhaps of San Diego itself, is the world-famous San Diego Zoo. This is not your average zoo. It's a pioneer in the concept of open-air, cageless exhibits that recreate natural animal habitats. You'll wander through bioclimatic zones, from the misty, bamboo-filled forests of the Panda Canyon to the sun-baked savannas of the Elephant Odyssey. A great way to get your bearings and see the vastness of the park is by taking a ride on the Skyferry aerial tram, which offers a spectacular bird's-eye view. The zoo's commitment to conservation is palpable, and a visit here is not just entertaining, it's an inspiring lesson in the importance of protecting our planet's wildlife. It's a full-day adventure that will leave every member of your family, from toddler to grandparent, in awe. After immersing yourselves in the culture and wildlife of Balboa Park, it's time to answer the call of the ocean. San Diego's coastline is a string of unique communities, each with its own distinct personality. Let's start in La Jolla, an upscale village known for its dramatic cliffs and pristine coves. The main attraction here is the incredible wildlife viewing. Head to La Jolla Cove and the children's pool, where you can watch hundreds of wild seals and sea lions basking on the rocks and sand. Their barks and antics are endlessly entertaining. For a more active adventure, you can rent kayaks and paddle over the kelp forests, exploring the 7 sea caves carved into the sandstone cliffs. It's an unforgettable way to experience the natural beauty of the Pacific. For a more classic, all-American beach day, make your way to Coronado Island. Accessible by a stunning high-arched bridge, Coronado feels like a step back in time. Its central beach is a wide, sparkling expanse of sand, consistently ranked among the best in the country. The iconic, red-roofed Hotel del Coronado presides over the beach like a grand Victorian lady, offering a historic backdrop for your family photos. The island is incredibly bike-friendly, with flat, dedicated paths that are perfect for a family cruise. If your family is looking for a more bustling beach scene, head to Mission Beach and Pacific Beach. Here you'll find a lively boardwalk that stretches for miles, perfect for strolling, biking, or skating. At the heart of Mission Beach is Belmont Park, a nostalgic seaside amusement park. You can ride the historic Giant Dipper roller coaster, a wooden classic that has been thrilling riders since 1925, play arcade games, and indulge in classic boardwalk treats. San Diego also has a rich maritime and military history, which is proudly on display along its downtown waterfront. You can't miss the USS Midway Museum. This is not a model or a replica, it's a retired aircraft carrier of the United States Navy, and you are free to explore it. Walking across the massive 4-acre flight deck, surrounded by dozens of restored naval aircraft, is a humbling experience. Kids love climbing into the cockpits, trying out the flight simulators, and exploring the maze of corridors and living quarters below deck. It's a fascinating glimpse into life at sea and a tribute to American history. Just north of the city in Carlsbad lies another family favorite destination, Legoland, California. Much like its Florida counterpart, this theme park is designed specifically for children ages 2 to 12. With more than 60 rides, shows, and attractions, it's a world where creativity and fun are built brick by brick. The intricate Miniland USA, featuring Lego replicas of American cities, is a marvel of artistry that impresses adults as much as it delights children. A few practical tips for planning your San Diego trip. The weather is pleasant most of the year, but spring and fall offer the best combination of sunshine and smaller crowds. Be aware of the local coastal weather pattern known as May gray and June gloom, where the mornings can be overcast before the sun burns through in the afternoon. San Diego is a spread-out city, so renting a car is almost essential for getting around and exploring the different neighborhoods and beaches efficiently. From the roars of the lions at the zoo to the gentle lapping of the waves on Coronado Beach, San Diego offers a perfect blend of adventure and relaxation. It's a city that proves a family vacation can be both exciting and rejuvenating. It's a chance to connect with nature, explore a vibrant culture, and simply enjoy being together under the warm California sun. On our next chapter, we're going to make a dramatic shift. We'll leave the cityscapes and coastlines far behind and venture deep into the American West, into a land of geysers, canyons, and wild beasts. Join us as we explore the untamed wilderness of Yellowstone National Park. Welcome back to Top 10 Family-Friendly Destinations Across America. In our last chapter, we were basking in the sunshine of San Diego's idyllic coast. Today, we are making a dramatic shift, leaving the cities and shorelines far behind. We are venturing into the wild heart of the American West, to a place where the earth hisses and boils, and where ancient herds of majestic beasts still roam free. This is a journey to the world's very first national park, a land of fire and ice, of untamed rivers and vast forests. Prepare to be humbled and awestruck as we explore Yellowstone National Park. A family vacation to Yellowstone is unlike any other. It's not about rides, shows, or structured entertainment. It's about witnessing the raw, powerful, and sometimes bizarre forces of nature. It's a chance to disconnect from the digital world and reconnect with something primal and profound. Covering over 2 million acres across Wyoming, Montana, and Idaho, Yellowstone is a living, breathing geology lesson and a world-class wildlife sanctuary all in one. The park's most famous feature, and the reason for its protected status, is its incredible collection of geothermal wonders. Yellowstone sits atop a massive supervolcano, and this subterranean heat fuels more than 10,000 thermal features, more than half of the world's total. The star of this show is, of course, Old Faithful. While it's not the largest geyser in the park, it is the most famous for its predictable eruptions. Joining the crowd on the boardwalk, waiting in anticipation as the geyser spouts and steams, and then watching it shoot thousands of gallons of boiling water over 100 feet into the air is a quintessential American experience. But Old Faithful is just the beginning. The entire Upper Geyser Basin is a surreal landscape connected by boardwalks, where you can see a variety of other geysers, each with its own personality. Just a short drive from Old Faithful is the Midway Geyser Basin, home to what is arguably the park's most stunning visual, the Grand Prismatic Spring. This is the largest hot spring in the United States, wider than a football field. From the boardwalk, you'll see clouds of steam rolling off its surface, but for the best view, take the short hike up to the Grand Prismatic Overlook. From this vantage point, the spring's otherworldly colors are revealed, a deep, sapphire blue center that bleeds into rings of green, yellow, and fiery orange. These vibrant colors are not from minerals, but from trillions of microscopic, heat-loving bacteria, creating a natural work of art on a colossal scale. Further north, you'll find the Mammoth Hot Springs, which look completely different from the geyser basins. Here, hot water cascades down a series of travertine terraces, which look like a glistening, inside-out limestone cave. The ever-changing formations are colored by algae and bacteria, creating a surreal and beautiful landscape that feels like it belongs on another planet. The second main reason families flock to Yellowstone is for the unparalleled wildlife viewing. The park is one of the last nearly intact temperate ecosystems on Earth. This is your best chance, by far, to see North American megafauna in their natural habitat. You are almost guaranteed to see the American bison. These magnificent, shaggy beasts, which can weigh up to a ton, often graze right by the roadside, sometimes causing traffic jams affectionately known as bison jams. Elk are also abundant, especially around Mammoth Hot Springs. But the real thrill comes from spotting a predator. The Lamar Valley in the park's northeast corner and the Hayden Valley in the central portion are often called the American Serengeti. Rise early, find a pullout, and scan the hillsides with binoculars. This is your best bet for spotting grizzly bears or even a pack of wolves. Remember to bring your patience and your telephoto lens. This brings us to a crucial point: wildlife safety. These animals are truly wild, and respecting their space is paramount for their well-being and your safety. The Park Service has a simple rule: stay at least 100 yards away from bears and wolves, and at least 25 yards from all other animals, including bison and elk. Never, ever feed any wildlife. When you see an animal near the road, it's best to observe and take photos from inside your vehicle. A moment of carelessness can lead to a dangerous situation. Beyond geysers and wildlife, Yellowstone has its own Grand Canyon. The Grand Canyon of the Yellowstone is a breathtaking chasm carved by the Yellowstone River, with vibrant canyon walls painted in shades of yellow, pink, and orange. Two thunderous waterfalls, the Upper and Lower Falls, plummet into the canyon. The Lower Falls is twice the height of Niagara Falls, and its power is mesmerizing. There are numerous viewpoints along the north and south rims. The most famous is Artist Point on the south rim, which provides the iconic, postcard-perfect view of the Lower Falls framed by the majestic canyon. Planning a Yellowstone trip requires foresight. The main season is short, from June to August, and this is when crowds are heaviest. For better weather and fewer people, consider visiting in September. Lodging inside the park, whether it's a room at the historic Old Faithful Inn or a simple cabin, must be booked a year or more in advance. Gateway towns like West Yellowstone, Montana, and Gardiner, Montana, offer more options but require more driving. A car is non-negotiable, and you should plan your days carefully around different sections of the park's Grand Loop Road to minimize time spent in the car. Finally, be sure to stop at any visitor center and pick up a Junior Ranger booklet for your kids. Completing the fun educational activities is a fantastic way to engage them with the park's nature and history, and they'll be incredibly proud to earn their official Junior Ranger badge. A trip to Yellowstone is an adventure that imprints itself on the soul. It's the smell of sulfur in the air, the rumble of a geyser before it erupts, the sight of a massive bison silhouetted against a sunset. It is a powerful reminder of our planet's wild beauty and our responsibility to protect it. Next time, we journey from the wild frontier back to the very center of American civilization. We'll explore the monuments, museums, and corridors of power in a city where history is made every day. Join us as we head to the nation's capital, Washington, D.C. Welcome back to Top 10 Family-Friendly Destinations Across America. Our last adventure took us deep into the untamed wilderness of Yellowstone, a land shaped by the forces of nature. Today, we journey to a city shaped by the forces of history, ideas, and human ambition. We are heading east to the nation's capital, a city of grand monuments, hallowed halls, and priceless treasures. Get ready for a lesson in American civics that's more engaging than any textbook as we explore Washington, D.C. A trip to Washington, D.C. with your family is an investment in their understanding of the world. It's a place where the abstract concepts of history, government, and art become tangible and real. It's seeing the actual flag that inspired the national anthem, standing on the spot where Martin Luther King, Jr. delivered his "I Have a Dream" speech, and walking the same halls as presidents and policymakers. And here's one of the most remarkable things about a DC vacation. A vast majority of the city's most iconic experiences are completely free, making it one of the most accessible and value-packed family destinations in the country. The heart of any family visit is the National Mall, a magnificent 2-mile stretch of green space that is flanked by an unparalleled collection of museums and memorials. This is where you will find the Smithsonian Institution, often called the nation's attic. It is the world's largest museum, education, and research complex, and its doors are open to everyone at no charge. The sheer scale can be intimidating, so the key is not to see everything, but to focus on what will resonate most with your family. For nearly every child, the absolute must-see is the National Air and Space Museum. This incredible museum chronicles the history of flight, from the Wright brothers' first fragile aircraft to the Apollo missions that took us to the moon. You'll stand in awe beneath the actual 1903 Wright Flyer, gaze up at the Spirit of St. Louis, and touch a real moon rock. The highlight for many is the hall containing the Apollo 11 command module, Columbia, the tiny vessel that carried the first astronauts to the lunar surface and back. With countless hands-on exhibits and an IMAX theater that can transport you to the International Space Station, this museum sparks a sense of wonder and possibility in visitors of all ages. Just a short walk away is another guaranteed family favorite, the National Museum of Natural History. As you enter the rotunda, you're greeted by Henry, a massive 13-foot-tall African bush elephant, setting the stage for the wonders within. The main draw is the David H. Koch Hall of Fossils, where you'll walk among towering skeletons of dinosaurs, including the mighty Tyrannosaurus rex. Kids can watch paleontologists at work in the Fossey Lab. The museum is also home to the legendary Hope Diamond, an astonishingly large, deep blue diamond with a fascinating history. From the live butterfly pavilion to the ocean hall with its giant squid, this museum is a celebration of our planet's incredible diversity. For a journey through the nation's cultural fabric, head to the National Museum of American History. This is where you'll find an eclectic and fascinating mix of artifacts. In one gallery, you might see the original Star-Spangled Banner, the massive flag that survived the Battle of Baltimore and inspired the national anthem. In another, you'll find Dorothy's ruby slippers from The Wizard of Oz, Muppets created by Jim Henson, and even the Batmobile. This museum excels at connecting big historical moments with the everyday objects and popular culture that have shaped the American experience, making history relatable and fun. Once you've had your fill of museums for the day, the National Mall itself becomes the destination. This is America's front yard, and it's the perfect place for kids to run around while you stroll between the nation's most sacred secular shrines. At the west end of the mall, the Lincoln Memorial commands a powerful presence. Climbing the steps and standing before the colossal, seated statue of Abraham Lincoln is a moving experience. Take a moment to read the words of the Gettysburg Address and his second inaugural address carved into the walls. From these steps, you have one of the most iconic views in the world, looking out over the long reflecting pool towards the towering Washington Monument. The 555-foot marble obelisk of the Washington Monument is the city's centerpiece. Tickets to ride the elevator to the top are free, but they must be reserved well in advance. The panoramic views from the observation deck are absolutely worth the planning, offering a unique perspective of the city's layout. As you walk the mall, you'll encounter memorials that serve as powerful and poignant history lessons. The World War II Memorial, with its fountains and pillars for every state and territory, is a beautiful tribute to the sacrifice of a generation. The Vietnam Veterans Memorial, with its polished black granite wall reflecting the names of over 58,000 fallen service members, is a place of solemn reflection. These memorials can spark important, age-appropriate conversations with your children about history, conflict, and remembrance. A few practical tips are essential for a successful DC trip. First, wear comfortable shoes. You will be doing a tremendous amount of walking. Second, use the metro. The city's subway system is clean, efficient, and the absolute best way to get around. Driving and parking downtown is difficult and expensive. Third, pace yourselves to avoid museum fatigue. Plan on visiting 1, maybe 2 museums per day, and break up your time with outdoor activities, a ride on the carousel on the mall, or a paddle boat on the tidal basin. And finally, plan ahead. While museum admission is free, some experiences, like visiting the top of the Washington Monument or touring the U.S. Capitol, require advance reservations. Washington, D.C. is more than just a trip, it's an experience. It's a chance to show your children that history is not just a collection of dates in a book, but a living story that continues to unfold. It's a vacation that will leave your family with a deeper appreciation for the country's past and a greater sense of engagement with its future. In our next chapter, we will leave the marble halls of government behind and head southwest to gaze into one of the 7 natural wonders of the world. Join us as we stand on the edge of the immense and awe-inspiring Grand Canyon. Welcome back to Top 10 Family-Friendly Destinations Across America. In our last chapter, we walked the marble halls of Washington, D.C., a city built to the scale of human history and ambition. Today, we journey to a place that dwarfs all human endeavor, a place that measures time not in centuries, but in millennia. We are heading to the high desert of northern Arizona to stand on the edge of a chasm so vast, so silent, and so profound it can feel like you're looking at the surface of another planet. Prepare to have your perspective shifted as we visit one of the 7 natural wonders of the world, the Grand Canyon. There is no photograph, no video, and no description that can truly prepare you for your first look. You walk through a pine forest, and then, suddenly, the world just opens up. An immense gulf, a mile deep and up to 18 miles across, stretches as far as the eye can see, its layers of rock glowing in shades of red, orange, purple, and ochre. The sheer scale is difficult for the mind to process. It's a moment that often inspires a hushed silence, even in the most energetic of children. For families, a visit to the Grand Canyon is a powerful lesson in geology, humility, and the breathtaking artistry of nature. For the vast majority of first-time family visitors, the South Rim is the destination of choice. It is more accessible than the remote North Rim, is open year-round, and is home to the park's main hub, Grand Canyon Village. This is where you'll find historic lodges, restaurants, visitor centers, and the starting point for your adventure. The single best way to experience the canyon with your family is by exploring the Rim Trail. This is a mostly flat and paved pathway that stretches for nearly 13 miles along the canyon's edge, offering spectacular views at every turn. It is perfect for strollers, young children, and anyone who wants to soak in the scenery without a strenuous hike. You can start at the main visitor center near Mather Point, which offers one of the most sweeping panoramic views, and walk west. A must-stop is Yavapai Point, home to the Yavapai Geology Museum. Here, large windows look out onto the canyon, with displays that help you and your kids identify the different rock layers and understand the immense geological forces that carved this masterpiece over millions of years. West of the village, Hermit Road winds along the rim for 7 miles, dotted with one stunning overlook after another. For most of the year, this road is closed to private vehicles, which is actually a fantastic perk. You'll use the park's free and efficient shuttle bus system. This allows you to hop on and hop off at any viewpoint that catches your eye, without worrying about traffic or parking. Hopi Point and Mojave Point are particularly famous for their incredible sunset views, where the canyon walls seem to catch fire in the evening light. Many visitors feel the call to venture below the rim. This is where a crucial piece of advice comes in. Hiking to the bottom of the Grand Canyon and back is not a day trip. The Park Service frequently rescues unprepared hikers. The key to a successful family hike is to keep it short and sweet. The Bright Angel Trail, which starts right in the village, is a well-maintained trail that offers a great taste of what it's like to be inside the canyon. A wonderful rule of thumb for families is to hike down for 30 or 45 minutes, find a shady spot for a water break and a snack, and then turn around. Always remember, the journey back up will take you at least twice as long as it took to go down. The goal is a fun sample, not an exhausting ordeal. Beyond walking, there are other fantastic ways to engage with the park. Be sure to pick up a Junior Ranger booklet at any visitor center. This free activity book is filled with fun scavenger hunts and puzzles that encourage kids to learn about the park's geology, wildlife, and history. When they've completed the required sections, they can present their book to a park ranger and be sworn in as an official Junior Ranger, complete with a beautiful wooden badge. It's a wonderful souvenir and a source of great pride. As spectacular as the canyon is during the day, it offers a second, equally breathtaking show after dark. The Grand Canyon is a certified international dark sky park, meaning light pollution is minimal. On a clear, moonless night, the sky explodes with a density of stars that city dwellers rarely get to see. The Milky Way stretches across the sky like a celestial cloud, and you can spend hours just looking up in wonder. The park often offers ranger-led stargazing programs with telescopes, providing an unforgettable cosmic tour. A few practical tips are essential for a safe and enjoyable trip. First and foremost, hydration. The air at 7,000 feet of elevation is incredibly dry, and the Arizona sun is intense. Everyone in your family needs to be drinking water constantly, even before they feel thirsty. Hats, sunglasses, and sunscreen are non-negotiable. The best times to visit are spring and fall when temperatures are moderate. Summer can be beautiful but very crowded, with dangerously hot temperatures below the rim. As for lodging, staying inside the park at one of the historic lodges or campgrounds is a magical experience, allowing you to be steps from the rim for sunrise and sunset. However, these accommodations must be booked up to a year or more in advance. The nearby town of Tusayan, just outside the park entrance, offers many more hotel options. A visit to the Grand Canyon is a gift of perspective. It's a place that makes our daily worries seem small and connects us to the immense timeline of our planet. It's watching your child's face light up, not at a screen or a theme park ride, but at the sheer, silent grandeur of the natural world. In our next chapter, we will trade the profound silence of the canyon for the vibrant energy of the city that never sleeps. Join us as we journey to the East Coast to take a bite out of the Big Apple, New York City. Hello and welcome back to our cross-country tour of America's best family destinations. In our last chapter, we stood in the profound silence of the Grand Canyon, humbled by the scale of nature. Today, we're making about as dramatic a leap as one can imagine. We are plunging into a thrilling vertical landscape of steel and glass, a place of boundless energy, iconic sights, and a symphony of sounds that never fades. We're heading to the city that never sleeps, the Big Apple, the concrete jungle where dreams are made of. Prepare for the adventure of a lifetime as we explore New York City. At first glance, New York might seem like the opposite of a relaxing family vacation. It's crowded, it's loud, and it's fast-paced. But look closer, and you'll discover that the city is actually one of the most exciting and enriching playgrounds a family could ever hope for. This is the real-life setting of countless movies, TV shows, and books. For a child, a trip to New York is like stepping through the screen. It's seeing the actual places where superheroes have battled, where famous movie scenes were filmed, and where history has been made. Your adventure will likely begin, or at least pass through, the dazzling, chaotic, and utterly unforgettable Times Square. It's a sensory explosion, with massive, building-sized digital billboards flashing advertisements, news, and videos. The streets are a river of people from every corner of the globe, and the air is filled with a constant buzz of energy. While you might not spend hours here, it's a place you have to experience. Kids will love the giant M&M's world and Hershey's chocolate world, multi-story temples dedicated to candy. It's the perfect, high-energy introduction to the city's larger-than-life personality. From the modern spectacle of Times Square, it's time for a journey into American history with a visit to the Statue of Liberty and Ellis Island. The trip begins with a ferry ride across New York Harbor, which itself provides breathtaking views of the Manhattan skyline. Seeing Lady Liberty grow larger and larger as you approach is a genuinely moving experience. On Liberty Island, you can walk around the base of the statue and visit the museum that tells the story of its creation. The ferry ticket also includes a stop at Ellis Island, the gateway through which more than 12 million immigrants enter the United States. The Ellis Island National Museum of Immigration is a powerful and poignant experience. Walking through the Great Hall, you can almost hear the echoes of the past, making it a fantastic starting point for conversations about your own family's history and heritage. To truly understand the scale of New York, you have to see it from above. You have two main choices for this: the historic Empire State Building or the top of the Rock Observation Deck at Rockefeller Center. The Empire State Building is an Art Deco icon, and its history is a core part of the New York story. Top of the Rock, however, often has shorter lines and offers a spectacular, unobstructed view of Central Park, as well as a direct view of the Empire State Building itself, making it a favorite for photographers. Whichever you choose, watching the city's grid light up as day turns to night is a magical experience for the whole family. When the concrete canyons start to feel overwhelming, it's time to escape to the city's magnificent green lung, Central Park. This 843-acre masterpiece of landscape architecture is the city's backyard, offering a seemingly endless variety of activities. You can visit the Central Park Zoo, take a ride on the charming vintage carousel, go ice skating at Woolman Rink in the winter, or rent a rowboat on the lake with the city skyline as your backdrop. The park is also home to numerous playgrounds, and you can always find a quiet spot for a picnic on the expansive Sheep Meadow. New York is also home to some of the world's greatest museums. At the top of the list for families is the American Museum of Natural History, located right next to Central Park. You'll be greeted by a dramatic dinosaur skeleton in the lobby, and things only get more impressive from there. Don't miss the Milstein Hall of Ocean Life, with its life-sized, 94-foot-long model of a blue whale suspended from the ceiling. And of course, the dinosaur halls on the 4th floor are legendary, featuring some of the most impressive fossil collections on the planet. For families interested in technology and transportation, the Intrepid Sea, Air and Space Museum is a must. Located on a real World War II aircraft carrier docked on the Hudson River, the museum is home to an incredible collection of aircraft, and its crown jewel is the Space Shuttle Enterprise. A few crucial tips for navigating the city. First, do not rent a car. The best way to get around is the way New Yorkers do, the subway. It's fast, it's efficient, and learning to navigate the map is part of the adventure. Buy a Metro card for your family and embrace it. You'll also do a lot of walking, so comfortable shoes are essential. Second, when it comes to food, embrace the classics. Grab a foldable, cheesy slice of New York-style pizza, buy a hot dog or a giant soft pretzel from a street vendor, and start your day with an authentic New York bagel. These are not just meals, they are core cultural experiences. And finally, consider seeing a Broadway show. Family-friendly productions like The Lion King or Wicked are spectacular visual feasts. For a chance at discounted tickets, visit the TKTS booth in Times Square for same-day seats. New York City is a whirlwind. It's a trip that will fill your senses, expand your horizons, and leave you and your children with a new sense of energy and excitement. It's a powerful lesson in culture, diversity, and the incredible things people can build. In our next chapter, we'll leave the hustle and bustle far behind, trading skyscrapers for volcanoes and yellow cabs for outrigger canoes. Join us as we journey to the tropical paradise of the Hawaiian Islands. Welcome back to Top 10 Family-Friendly Destinations Across America. In our last chapter, we were swept up in the electric, vertical energy of New York City. Today, we are leaving the mainland, and all its hustle and bustle, far behind. Our journey takes us thousands of miles across the Pacific to a chain of volcanic islands blessed with breathtaking beauty, a vibrant and ancient culture, and a spirit so welcoming it has its own special name. Get ready to feel the warm sand between your toes and hear the gentle strum of a ukulele as we say aloha to the Hawaiian Islands. A family vacation in Hawaii feels like a true escape to a foreign land, yet with all the comforts and conveniences of being in the United States. The moment you step off the plane, you feel it. The air is different, soft, warm, and fragrant with the scent of plumeria and ginger blossoms. This is a place that invites you to slow down, to live on island time, and to reconnect with both nature and each other. With several distinct islands to choose from, the key to the perfect Hawaiian family vacation is finding the island that best matches your family's personality. Let's explore two of the most popular choices, Oahu and Maui. Oahu is known as the gathering place, and it's the vibrant, bustling heart of modern Hawaii. It offers a perfect blend of urban excitement and stunning natural beauty. Most visitors start in Honolulu, home to the world-famous Waikiki Beach. With its gentle, rolling waves, Waikiki is one of the best places on the planet for kids and beginners to take their first surf lesson. The area is lined with hotels, restaurants, and shops, making it an incredibly convenient home base. But Oahu is so much more than just Waikiki. It is home to one of the most significant historical sites in the United States, Pearl Harbor. For families with older children and teens, a visit here is a powerful and moving history lesson. Standing on the USS Arizona Memorial, a white structure built over the sunken battleship where over 1,100 crewmen remain entombed, is a profoundly somber and respectful experience. You can also tour the battleship USS Missouri, where World War II officially ended, and explore the Pearl Harbor Aviation Museum. For a completely different vibe, take a day trip to Oahu's legendary North Shore. In the winter months, this is where you can watch professional surfers ride colossal waves. In the summer, the waters are much calmer and perfect for swimming and snorkeling. Explore the charming surf town of Haleiwa and be sure to treat the family to a classic North Shore snack, a giant, fluffy shave ice drizzled with tropical fruit syrups. No trip to Oahu is complete without experiencing a traditional luau. It's a wonderful evening of Hawaiian culture, featuring an immense feast of local food, enchanting hula performances, and thrilling fire dancers. If your family is seeking a more laid-back, nature-focused vacation, then Maui might be your perfect paradise. Known as the Valley Isle, Maui is celebrated for its world-class beaches and incredible natural wonders. You can spend your days relaxing on the golden sands of Kaanapali Beach, famous for its daily cliff diving ceremony off Black Rock at sunset. The beaches of Wailea and Makena on the southern coast are also stunning, offering calm, crystal-clear waters ideal for families. One of Maui's signature experiences is the Road to Hana, a breathtaking 64-mile drive that winds along the island's lush, tropical coastline. It's a journey of over 600 curves and 59 bridges, but the point isn't to get to the destination quickly. The point is the journey itself. You'll stop at roadside stands for fresh banana bread, hike to hidden waterfalls where you can take a swim, and walk on the unique black sand beach at Wainapanapa State Park. Equally spectacular is a trip to Haleakala National Park, home to a massive dormant volcano that forms more than 75% of the island. Driving up to the 10,000-foot summit is like driving to the moon. The landscape at the top is a stark, silent, and otherworldly crater of red and black volcanic rock. While watching the sunrise from the summit is a world-famous bucket list item, requiring reservations far in advance, seeing the sunset can be just as magical and is often far less crowded. If you visit Maui between December and April, you're in for a special treat. This is peak humpback whale season. You can take a whale-watching tour from Lahaina or Malia Harbor and witness the incredible sight of these gentle giants breaching and playing in the warm channel waters. It's an experience that will leave your entire family speechless. Beyond Oahu and Maui, the other islands offer their own unique adventures. The island of Hawaii, or the Big Island, is home to the active volcanoes of Hawaii Volcanoes National Park, while Kauai, the Garden Isle, is the lushest and most rugged, with the dramatic cliffs of the Nepali coast. A good tip for first-timers is to choose one, or at most two, islands for a 7 to 10-day trip to avoid burnout from too much travel. No matter which island you choose, you'll be surrounded by the spirit of aloha. It's a word that means hello, goodbye, and love, but it's also a philosophy of life, one of respect, kindness, and living in harmony with the land, or aina. A few practical tips. The tropical sun is strong, so be sure to use reef-safe sunscreen to protect both your skin and the delicate coral reefs. A rental car is also essential on all the islands to properly explore their beauty. A trip to Hawaii is a chance to create memories that are both serene and adventurous. It's snorkeling with sea turtles, watching the sun dip below the Pacific, and simply enjoying the gift of time together in one of the most beautiful places on Earth. In our next chapter, we return to the mainland to experience a city with a culture, a sound, and a flavor all its own. Join us as we march down to the French Quarter and let the good times roll in New Orleans, Louisiana. Welcome back to Top 10 Family-Friendly Destinations Across America. In our last chapter, we were lulled by the gentle rhythm of the Hawaiian Islands, a paradise of sun and surf. Today, we return to the mainland but to a place that moves to its own, entirely different rhythm. It's a rhythm born from a gumbo of cultures: French, Spanish, African, and Caribbean. We're heading down to the Crescent City, the Big Easy, a place where the air is thick with the scent of magnolia and Creole cooking, and the sound of jazz is never far away. Let the good times roll, or as they say here, laissez les bones temps rouler, as we explore New Orleans, Louisiana. Now, New Orleans may have a reputation as a party city, and while that's certainly one facet of its personality, there is a whole other side to this historic port town that is incredibly rich, soulful, and surprisingly family-friendly. A trip to New Orleans with your family is a full sensory experience. It's a city you don't just see, you hear it, you smell it, and you most definitely taste it. It's a living museum where history isn't confined behind glass but is alive in the architecture, the music, and the very spirit of the people. Your adventure begins, as it must, in the city's historic heart, the French Quarter. This is the New Orleans of postcards, a 300-year-old neighborhood of colorful Creole townhouses with intricate wrought iron balconies dripping with ferns and flowers. While Bourbon Street is famous for its nightlife, during the day, the rest of the quarter is a fascinating place to explore. Stroll down Royal Street, with its world-class antique shops and art galleries, or wander through the quieter residential streets. The entire neighborhood is a stage, with talented street musicians, mimes, and magicians performing on seemingly every corner, providing endless entertainment for the kids. The center of the French Quarter is the beautiful Jackson Square. Dominated by the stunning, triple-steepled St. Louis Cathedral, the oldest Catholic cathedral in continual use in the United States, the square is a vibrant hub of activity. You can have your portrait drawn by a local artist, listen to a brass band, or simply sit on a bench and soak in the unique European atmosphere. Just across the street from Jackson Square is a pilgrimage site for anyone with a sweet tooth, Café du Monde. This isn't just a coffee shop, it's a New Orleans institution. Find a table under the iconic green and white striped awning and order two things, beignets and a café au lait. Beignets are square, pillowy donuts, fried to golden perfection and buried under a mountain of powdered sugar. Half the fun for kids is making a glorious mess while trying to eat them. It's a simple, delicious, and essential New Orleans family memory. To see the city from a different perspective, take a cruise on the mighty Mississippi River. The steamboat Natchez, with its iconic red paddle wheel, offers narrated harbor cruises that are a delight for all ages. You'll hear the cheerful steam-powered calliope play classic tunes as you chug along, getting a fantastic view of the city skyline and learning about the history of America's greatest river. When you're ready to explore beyond the quarter, hop on one of the city's most beloved attractions, the St. Charles streetcar. These historic green streetcars, which have been running for over 150 years, are a ride through time. The route takes you out of the bustling downtown area and into the serene and beautiful Garden District. Here, you'll glide past magnificent antebellum mansions, surrounded by lush gardens and shaded by ancient, moss-draped oak trees. It's a beautiful, relaxing, and incredibly affordable way to see another side of the city. For animal lovers, the Audubon Nature Institute offers world-class attractions. The Audubon Zoo, located in the beautiful Audubon Park, is consistently ranked among the best in the country. Don't miss the award-winning Louisiana Swamp exhibit, where you can walk on a boardwalk over a bayou and see majestic alligators and other local wildlife in a stunningly realistic habitat. The Audubon Aquarium of the Americas, located downtown on the edge of the French Quarter, is another fantastic option, featuring a walk-through tunnel of the Caribbean Reef and a massive Gulf of Mexico exhibit. If your kids have ever wondered where those giant, elaborate Mardi Gras floats come from, you can find the answer at Mardi Gras World. This is not a museum, but a working warehouse where artists and craftspeople build the spectacular floats for the Mardi Gras parades all year long. A tour gives you a behind-the-scenes look at the creative process, and the tour ends with a chance to try on some authentic Mardi Gras costumes. It's a fun, colorful way to experience the spirit of Carnival, no matter when you visit. A few practical tips. The best weather for visiting is in the fall, from October to November, and the spring, from February to May. The summer months can be extremely hot and humid. And while the French Quarter is the main draw, it's best enjoyed with family during the day and early evening. As the night progresses, it's wise to stick to the well-lit main streets or head back to your hotel. New Orleans is a city that gets into your soul. It's the taste of a perfect beignet, the soulful sound of a saxophone, the sight of a streetcar rumbling past a grand old home. It's a celebration of life, resilience, and culture that is unlike any other city in America, and it's a trip your family will be talking about for years to come. In our next chapter, we're leaving sea level far behind us and heading for the mountains. Join us as we breathe in the crisp, clean air and explore the Rocky Mountain majesty of Denver and its surroundings. Welcome back to Top 10 Family-Friendly Destinations Across America. In our last chapter, we were soaking in the soulful sea-level culture of New Orleans. Today, we are ascending a full mile into the sky, to a city where the air is crisp, the sunshine is brilliant, and a breathtaking panorama of snow-capped peaks forms the western horizon. We're heading to the capital of Colorado, the mile-high city, Denver. This is a destination that offers the perfect marriage of vibrant urban life and awe-inspiring outdoor adventure, making it an ideal base camp for a healthy, active, and unforgettable family vacation. Denver's appeal lies in this unique duality. It's a clean, modern, and thriving city with a wealth of attractions in its own right, but it also serves as the gateway to the legendary Rocky Mountains. This means you can spend one day exploring world-class museums and the next hiking on a mountain trail, looking for elk. It's the best of both worlds. Let's start our tour in the city itself. Located in the sprawling city park, you'll find two of Denver's premier family attractions. The first is the Denver Museum of Nature and Science. This is a top-tier institution with exhibits that will captivate everyone in the family. Colorado is a hotbed for dinosaur fossils, and the museum's prehistoric journey exhibit is a highlight, featuring massive skeletons of a stegosaurus and an allosaurus that were unearthed right in the state. You can also explore realistic wildlife dioramas, journey through space, and catch a fascinating film on the giant IMAX screen. Right next door is the Denver Zoo, an 80-acre park known for its innovative, naturalistic habitats. You can watch lions and hyenas roam on the plains of Predator Ridge, see massive elephants and rhinos in the Toyota Elephant Passage, and get up close with colorful birds in a tropical aviary. The zoo is beautifully laid out and provides a full day of animal-filled fun. For a unique and mind-bending experience that is a huge hit with older kids, teens, and creative adults, you have to visit Meow Wolf Denver. Known as Convergence Station, this isn't a museum in the traditional sense. It's a massive, 4-story immersive art installation that you explore. You walk through surreal, fantastical worlds, opening doors to unexpected rooms, solving mysteries, and interacting with the bizarre and beautiful art. It's like stepping into a science fiction movie, and it's an experience your family will be talking about long after you leave. But the true magic of a Denver vacation is its proximity to the mountains. Just a short 30-minute drive from downtown is one of the most spectacular venues on the planet, Red Rocks Park and Amphitheater. This is a geologically formed, open-air amphitheater, where the stage is flanked by two gigantic, 300-foot red sandstone monoliths. While it's a world-famous concert venue, during the day, it's a free city park. You can walk the trails that wind around the stunning rock formations, run the stairs of the amphitheater for a high-altitude workout, and visit the visitor center to learn about its geologic and musical history. Just down the road from Red Rocks is another family gem, Dinosaur Ridge. This is a remarkable outdoor museum where you can literally walk in the footsteps of dinosaurs. A paved trail takes you along a ridge where you can see hundreds of real dinosaur footprints preserved in the rock, as well as fossilized bones still embedded in the hillside. It's a thrillingly tangible connection to the prehistoric past. No trip to this region would be complete without a visit to Rocky Mountain National Park. Located about a 90-minute drive from Denver, this is one of the crown jewels of the national park system. The park's main scenic drive, Trail Ridge Road, is an absolute must-do. It's the highest continuous paved road in North America, climbing to an elevation of over 12,000 feet, well above the tree-line. The drive through the alpine tundra offers breathtaking, top-of-the-world views that are simply unforgettable. Keep in mind this road is only open seasonally, typically from Memorial Day through mid-October. The park is also a haven for wildlife, especially elk, which can often be seen grazing in large herds in the meadows of Moraine Park. For families, the park offers numerous easy, accessible hikes, like the beautiful, paved trail around Bear Lake or the flat, scenic walk around Sprague Lake. A crucial element to a successful Colorado vacation is respecting the altitude. At 5,280 feet, Denver's air is thinner, and the sun is more intense. The key is to take it easy on your first day to allow your body to acclimate. The most important rule is to drink water, more water than you think you need. Dehydration is the #1 cause of altitude sickness. And because of the thinner atmosphere, the sun's rays are much stronger. Sunscreen, hats, and sunglasses are essential, even on a cool or cloudy day. Finally, always dress in layers. Mountain weather is famously fickle. A warm, sunny morning can quickly turn into a chilly, windy afternoon, so it's always best to be prepared. Denver and the Rockies offer a vacation that is both invigorating and inspiring. It's a chance to fill your lungs with clean mountain air, to challenge yourselves on a beautiful trail, and to witness the kind of majestic, soul-stirring scenery that America's West is famous for. In our next chapter, we journey back east to a city where America's story began. We'll walk the cobblestone streets, visit historic harbors, and follow the footsteps of patriots as we explore Boston, Massachusetts. Welcome back to Top 10 Family-Friendly Destinations Across America. In our last chapter, we were breathing in the crisp, high-altitude air of the Colorado Rockies. Today, we journey back east and back in time, to a city where the story of America was written on cobblestone streets and in bustling town squares. This is a place where modern skyscrapers reflect in the windows of 18th-century buildings, and where the echoes of revolution can still be felt. Get ready to walk in the footsteps of patriots as we explore the historic, charming, and incredibly vibrant city of Boston, Massachusetts. A family trip to Boston is perhaps the greatest, most engaging American history lesson you could ever experience. This is not history trapped in a dusty textbook. This is history you can see, touch, and walk through. But Boston is far more than just a living museum. It's a beautiful modern city with world-class attractions, beautiful parks, and a lively spirit, making it a destination that educates and entertains in equal measure. The absolute best place to start your family's adventure is on the Freedom Trail. This 2.5-mile-long trail is brilliantly simple. Just follow the red-painted line or brick path on the sidewalk, and it will guide you to 16 of the nation's most significant historic sites. For kids, it's like a giant historical scavenger hunt through the heart of the city. Your journey begins at the Boston Common, America's oldest public park. This beautiful green space has been used for everything from grazing cattle to hosting speeches by revolutionary leaders. Today, it's a wonderful place for kids to run around. In the summer, they can splash in the frog pond, and in the winter, it transforms into a picturesque ice skating rink. As you follow the red line, you'll pass the golden-domed Massachusetts State House and the historic Park Street Church. You'll stand at the site of the first public school in America and see the Old South Meeting House, where angry colonists gathered to protest the tea tax, sparking the Boston Tea Party. One of the most evocative stops is the Old State House. From its balcony, the Declaration of Independence was first read to the citizens of Boston. Just outside, a circular marker on the ground commemorates the site of the Boston Massacre, a pivotal event that fueled the flames of revolution. A perfect midway point on the trail for a rest and a meal is Faneuil Hall and the adjacent Quincy Market. Faneuil Hall, known as the Cradle of Liberty, hosted many of America's first debates about independence. Right next door, Quincy Market is a bustling, historic food hall filled with vendors selling every kind of food imaginable. It's a fantastic, casual spot to grab a classic New England clam chowder in a bread bowl. The cobblestone plaza outside is always filled with incredible street performers, from musicians to acrobats, providing free entertainment. Continuing on, you'll wind through the charming narrow streets of the North End, Boston's Little Italy, to visit the Paul Revere House. Seeing the actual, modest wooden home of the famous patriot gives families a tangible sense of what life was like in the 1770s. The trail culminates across the bridge in Charlestown, at two spectacular sites. First is the Bunker Hill Monument, a towering granite obelisk commemorating a famous early battle of the Revolutionary War. The final stop is a huge highlight for most families, the USS Constitution. Nicknamed Old Ironsides for its resilient oak hull, this is the world's oldest commissioned warship still afloat. You can walk on the decks of this legendary vessel, which saw battle in the War of 1812. The tours are often given by active-duty U.S. Navy sailors in 19th-century uniforms, which adds an incredible layer of authenticity to the experience. While its history is rich, Boston is also a hub of science and discovery. The Boston Museum of Science is one of the best in the country. It's packed with over 700 hands-on exhibits that cover everything from dinosaurs to the human body. The museum's signature experience is the Theater of Electricity, where you can see the world's largest air-insulated Van de Graaff generator create thrilling bolts of indoor lightning. Down on the waterfront, you'll find the New England Aquarium. The centerpiece of the aquarium is the giant 4-story ocean tank, which you can view from all angles as you walk up a spiral ramp. Inside, a vibrant coral reef community thrives, with thousands of fish, sharks, and the aquarium's most famous resident, Myrtle, a majestic 90-year-old green sea turtle. Don't forget to visit the playful penguins in the exhibit at the bottom. For families with younger children, the Boston Children's Museum is a paradise of playful, hands-on learning. From the multi-story New Balance climbing structure that winds through the center of the building to the Bubbles exhibit and construction zone, it's a place designed to spark curiosity through play. One of the most unique and fun ways to see the city is by taking a Boston Duck tour. You'll board a colorful, amphibious World War II-style vehicle that first takes you on a narrated tour of the city's historic streets. Then, to the delight of everyone on board, the vehicle drives directly into the Charles River for a scenic cruise with beautiful views of the Boston and Cambridge skylines. It's quirky, it's fun, and it's an unforgettable family experience. A few key tips for your Boston trip. This is a city made for walking. Wear comfortable shoes and be prepared to explore on foot. For longer distances, the subway system, known as the T, is the way to go. A car is more of a burden than a benefit in Boston's narrow, winding streets. The best time to visit is late spring through early fall when the weather is ideal for being outdoors. Boston is a city that proves learning can be an incredible adventure. It's a place that connects your family to the foundational story of America in a way that is immediate, powerful, and incredibly fun. In our next chapter, we're heading back to the West Coast to a city of celebrities, sunshine, and cinematic dreams. Join us as we explore the sprawling, star-studded metropolis of Los Angeles. Welcome back to Top 10 Family-Friendly Destinations Across America. In our last chapter, we were walking the revolutionary roads of Boston, a city steeped in American history. Today, we are flying clear across the country to a city that manufactures history of a different kind, the history of the silver screen. We're heading to a sprawling metropolis of sunshine, palm trees, and cinematic dreams. Get ready for your close-up as we explore the entertainment capital of the world, Los Angeles, California. Los Angeles is a city that lives in our collective imagination. We've all seen its iconic landmarks in movies and television, from the Hollywood sign nestled in the hills to the sun-drenched beaches of the Pacific Coast. A family trip to LA is a chance to step into that world, to see where the magic is made, and to experience the diverse and glamorous culture of Southern California. But LA is immense, a collection of dozens of unique communities connected by a web of freeways. The key to a great family vacation here is not to try and see it all, but to embrace the sprawl and plan your days around specific zones. Our first stop is the neighborhood that started it all, Hollywood. A walk down Hollywood Boulevard is a quintessential LA experience. Here, you and your kids can search for the names of your favorite actors on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, a sidewalk embedded with more than 2,700 terrazzo and brass stars. The main event is the TCL Chinese Theater, with its iconic pagoda-style architecture. In the theater's forecourt, you can place your hands and feet in the cement prints of movie legends, from Shirley Temple to the stars of Star Wars. It's a tangible connection to Hollywood history that kids love. For the ultimate movie-themed adventure, you have to spend a day at Universal Studios Hollywood. This is a brilliant hybrid of a real, working movie studio and a world-class theme park. The park's signature attraction is the legendary Studio Tour. You'll board a tram that takes you through the actual backlit, where movies and TV shows are filmed every day. You'll pass through the streets of New York, see the spooky Bates Motel from Psycho, and survive thrilling encounters with King Kong and the dinosaurs of Jurassic World in stunning 3D. In the theme park section, you can step into the incredibly immersive wizarding world of Harry Potter, or jump into a real-life video game in the brand-new Super Nintendo world. It's a full day of blockbuster fun. When you're ready for a change of pace, head up into the hills to the magnificent Griffith Observatory. Perched on a slope of Mount Hollywood, this beautiful Art Deco landmark offers the absolute best views of the Hollywood sign and the entire Los Angeles basin. On a clear day, you can see from the mountains to the ocean. But it's more than just a viewpoint. Inside, the fascinating and accessible science and space exhibits are completely free to the public. You can look through powerful telescopes, see a giant Tesla coil in action, and catch a breathtaking show in the state-of-the-art planetarium. It's an inspiring and educational experience for the whole family. For a journey even further back in time, we're talking the Ice Age. Head to the La Brea Tar Pits and Museum. This is one of the most unique and fascinating sights in the world. Right in the middle of the city, you can see natural asphalt actively bubbling up from the ground in sticky, dark pools. For tens of thousands of years, these pits have trapped and perfectly preserved the skeletons of prehistoric animals. The museum on site is a treasure trove of these discoveries, showcasing incredible fossils of mammoths, dire wolves, and saber-toothed cats that roamed Los Angeles during the Ice Age. You can even watch paleontologists at work, cleaning and studying newly excavated fossils. After all that learning, it's time to hit the coast. The Santa Monica Pier is the picture-perfect image of a Southern California fun zone. You can ride the solar-powered Ferris wheel at Pacific Park, play arcade games, and watch fishermen and street performers. The wide, sandy beach on either side of the pier is a great place to relax and play in the waves. From the pier, you can rent bikes and ride the paved beach path south for a couple of miles to the world-famous Venice Beach Boardwalk. This is one of the greatest spots for people watching on the planet, a vibrant and quirky spectacle of street performers, artists, bodybuilders at Muscle Beach, and world-class skateboarders. Now, let's talk about the reality of getting around. Los Angeles is a city built around the automobile. A rental car isn't just a suggestion, it is a necessity. Public transportation is improving, but it doesn't offer the flexibility you'll need to get between far-flung attractions. With a car comes LA's other famous feature, traffic. To avoid frustration, plan your days geographically. Have a Hollywood and museum day, and a separate beach day. Try to stay off the freeways during morning and evening rush hours, and always budget more time than you think you need to get from point A to point B. From the glamour of Hollywood to the fossils of the Ice Age and the laid-back vibe of the coast, Los Angeles offers a dizzying variety of experiences. It's a city of storytellers, and a trip here allows your family to create a sun-soaked adventure story all your own. In our next chapter, we're slowing things way down, trading freeways for gaslit alleys and movie stars for graceful southern charm. Join us as we explore the beautiful, historic, and genteel city of Charleston, South Carolina. Welcome back to top 10 family-friendly destinations across America. In our last chapter, we were navigating the sun-drenched freeways of Los Angeles, a city defined by its modern, fast-paced, and glamorous energy. Today, we are slowing the pace way down, trading the rush of the West Coast for the genteel grace of the Old South. We're journeying to a city that feels like a beautifully preserved portrait, a place of cobblestone lanes, gaslit alleys, and a charm as warm as its coastal breeze. Get ready to be enchanted as we explore the historic and elegant city of Charleston, South Carolina. A family vacation in Charleston is an immersion in atmosphere. From the moment you arrive in the historic district, you feel a shift. The rhythm is slower, the buildings are steeped in stories, and the air itself seems to carry the scent of sweet jasmine and salt water. It's a city that invites you to wander, to look closer at the intricate ironwork on a garden gate, and to listen to the gentle clip-clop of a horse-drawn carriage making its way down a centuries-old street. The best way to get acquainted with Charleston is simply to walk. The historic peninsula is remarkably compact, safe, and a joy to explore on foot. A great place to begin is south of Broad Street, where you'll find some of the city's grandest and best-preserved antebellum homes. A highlight for any visitor is Rainbow Row, a picturesque stretch of 13 pastel-colored historic houses along East Bay Street. It's one of the most photographed spots in the city and a cheerful backdrop for a family photo. Continue your stroll down to the Battery, a beautiful defensive seawall and promenade at the very tip of the peninsula. Here, you can walk through White Point Garden, a lovely park shaded by ancient, moss-draped live oak trees and dotted with historic cannons. On one side, you have a stunning view of magnificent southern mansions, and on the other, you can look out across the harbor to the historic Fort Sumter. For a relaxing and informative introduction to the city's rich history, a horse-drawn carriage tour is a must for families. You'll settle into a comfortable carriage as your guide, a masterful storyteller, points out significant buildings and shares anecdotes and legends about the city's past. It's an entertaining and effortless way to get your bearings and decide what you might want to explore more deeply later. No trip to Charleston is complete without understanding its pivotal role in American history, particularly the Civil War. To do this, you must visit Fort Sumter National Monument. The experience begins with a pleasant 30-minute ferry ride across Charleston Harbor, which offers fantastic views of the city, the Ravenel Bridge, and the naval ships at Patriots Point. The ferry docks at the man-made island fort where the very first shots of the Civil War were fired. Park rangers provide excellent historical context, and you can explore the fort's ruins and see the massive cannons that once defended the city. Just across the harbor in the town of Mount Pleasant is another top-tier family attraction, Patriots Point Naval and Maritime Museum. The centerpiece here is the USS Yorktown, a massive World War II aircraft carrier. Kids and adults alike will be thrilled to explore the flight deck, the hangar bay, the bridge, and the living quarters of this historic fighting lady. Patriots Point is also home to a destroyer, a submarine, and an immersive Vietnam experience exhibit, making it a full day of fascinating military history. Back on the peninsula, the South Carolina Aquarium offers a wonderful look at the aquatic life of the region, from the mountains to the sea. The showstopper exhibit is the Great Ocean Tank, which is 3 stories tall and the deepest tank in North America. You can view sharks, rays, and hundreds of fish from multiple levels. The aquarium is also home to the Zucker Family Sea Turtle Recovery Center, a working hospital where you can see sick and injured sea turtles being rehabilitated for their eventual release back into the ocean. It's a powerful and memorable lesson in conservation. For a taste of local culture and commerce, head to the historic Charleston City Market. Stretching for 4 city blocks, this bustling market is filled with vendors selling everything from local snacks to souvenirs. The most famous artisans here are the Gullah basket weavers. These women practice a craft brought over by their West African ancestors, weaving intricate baskets from local sweetgrass. Watching them work and hearing their stories is a unique and authentic cultural experience. And of course, there is the food. Charleston is a celebrated culinary destination, and its low-country cuisine is delicious and accessible for families. Be sure to try local specialties like shrimp and grits, she crab soup, and of course, incredibly fresh seafood. Many restaurants have beautiful patios and a relaxed atmosphere perfect for a family meal. A few tips for your visit. The best time to travel to Charleston is in the spring, from March to May, when the city is in full bloom and the temperatures are delightful. The fall is also a wonderful time. Summers can be quite hot and humid. For families with older children who enjoy a bit of a thrill, the city's popular evening ghost tours offer a fun, spooky, and theatrical way to learn about Charleston's storied and sometimes haunted past. Charleston is a city that captures the heart. It's a place of beauty, resilience, and unparalleled grace. It teaches families about a complex and important chapter of the American story in a setting that is as charming as it is historically significant. In our next chapter, we're heading to the opposite corner of the country, the Pacific Northwest. We'll trade southern charm for crisp evergreen air as we explore the innovative and scenic city of Seattle. Welcome back to Top 10 Family-Friendly Destinations Across America. In our last chapter, we were strolling through the genteel, historic streets of Charleston. Today, we are heading to the complete opposite corner of the country, the Pacific Northwest. We're journeying to a city cradled between two mountain ranges, surrounded by water and evergreen forests, a place where a pioneering spirit has led to world-changing innovations in technology, music, and coffee. Prepare for a breath of fresh, clean air as we explore the Emerald City, Seattle, Washington. Seattle is a city where nature is not just a backdrop, it's an active participant in daily life. On a clear day, the majestic, snow-capped cone of Mount Rainier dominates the skyline, a constant reminder of the incredible wilderness just beyond the city limits. And yes, while Seattle has a reputation for rain, locals know the secret. It's often more of a light drizzle or mist, and it's what keeps the landscape so brilliantly green and lush. With a mix of futuristic landmarks and historic charm, Seattle offers a family vacation that is both scenic and stimulating. The best place to get your bearings is at the Seattle Center, a 74-acre campus of culture and entertainment originally built for the 1962 World's Fair. The undisputed icon of this space, and of the entire city, is the Space Needle. The 41-second elevator ride to the 520-foot-high observation deck is a thrill in itself. From the top, you get a stunning 360-degree view of the city, Elliott Bay, and the surrounding mountains. For the truly brave, the lower level features The Loop, the world's first and only revolving glass floor, offering a dizzying and unforgettable view straight down. Just below the Space Needle, you'll find two of the most unique and captivating museums you'll ever visit. The first is the Museum of Pop Culture, or MO-Pop. Housed in a wild, undulating building designed by architect Frank Gehry, this is a temple to creativity and imagination. Inside, you'll find incredible exhibits on science fiction, fantasy literature, horror films, and video games. It's also a celebration of Seattle's legendary music scene, with galleries dedicated to local icons like Nirvana and Jimi Hendrix. It's a place where every member of the family is bound to find something they're passionate about. Steps away is Chihuly Garden and Glass, a breathtaking exhibition of local artist Dale Chihuly's vibrant glass sculptures. You'll walk through galleries where the glass takes on fantastical forms, looking like sea creatures or alien flowers. The highlight is the Glass House, a massive conservatory with a 100-foot-long sculpture suspended from the ceiling, with the Space Needle perfectly framed through the glass. The sheer beauty of the colors and shapes can captivate even the youngest children. The soul of Seattle, however, is found down on the waterfront at Pike Place Market. This is one of the oldest continuously operated public farmers markets in the United States, and it is a feast for the senses. It's a bustling, multi-level maze of artisan cheesemakers, bakers, butchers, and craftspeople. You'll see gorgeous, ridiculously affordable bouquets of fresh flowers and, of course, the main event at the Pike Place Fish Market. Join the crowd and watch the famous fishmongers shout orders and send giant salmon flying through the air. It's a piece of pure Seattle theater. Be sure to explore the lower levels of the market, where you'll find quirky shops selling everything from old comic books to magic tricks. From the market, it's a short walk to the waterfront piers. Here you can ride the Seattle Great Wheel for a lovely view of the city and the bay, or visit the Seattle Aquarium. The aquarium focuses on the incredible marine life of the Pacific Northwest, with a giant window on Washington waters, exhibit, and the undeniable stars of the show, the playful and charming sea otters and harbor seals. To truly experience the beauty of the Puget Sound, you have to get out on the water. The Washington State ferries are a part of the public transit system, but for visitors, they are one of the best sightseeing bargains in the city. Take the short, 35-minute trip from downtown to Bainbridge Island. The journey itself is the reward. Standing on the deck with the wind in your hair, watching the city skyline recede as you glide across the water is an essential Seattle experience. You can then spend an hour or two walking through the charming town of Winslow on Bainbridge Island before catching a return ferry. For a fascinating look at a marvel of engineering, head to the Hiram M. Chittenden Locks, known locally as the Ballard Locks. Here, you can watch as boats of all sizes are raised and lowered in a watery elevator that connects the saltwater of the Puget Sound to the freshwater of Lake Union and Lake Washington. The best part for families is the fish ladder, which has an underwater viewing room. In the summer and fall, you can press your face to the glass and watch as thousands of salmon fight their way upstream to spawn. A few tips for your trip. Summer, especially July and August, offers the driest, sunniest weather, but it's also the most crowded. September is often a beautiful and slightly quieter month to visit. To get around, the downtown core is walkable, and the monorail provides a quick, elevated link between downtown and the Seattle Center. And finally, always be prepared for changing weather. The key is to dress in layers and always have a light rain jacket handy. Seattle is a city that energizes you. It's a place of big ideas and even bigger landscapes. It's a vacation that seamlessly blends the excitement of urban exploration with the restorative beauty of the natural world. In our final chapter, we'll take a look back at the incredible destinations we visited and share some final thoughts and tips on how to plan the perfect American family adventure, no matter where you choose to go. Hello, and welcome back for the final chapter of Top 10 Family-Friendly Destinations Across America. For the past 14 chapters, we have journeyed together across this vast and varied country, exploring a rich tapestry of places and experiences. We've stood on the edge of breathtaking natural wonders, walked through the halls of history, felt the energy of world-class cities, and discovered the magic that awaits families who choose to explore. Today, we're not visiting a new destination. Instead, we're going to reflect on our journey and share some universal tips and final thoughts to help you plan your own perfect American family adventure. Our travels took us from the magical kingdoms of Orlando to the sun-kissed shores of San Diego. We stood in awe of Yellowstone's wild heart and walked the corridors of power in Washington, D.C. We gazed into the immense, silent abyss of the Grand Canyon and were swept up in the electric energy of New York City. We found paradise on the volcanic shores of Hawaii and let the good times roll to the soulful rhythm of New Orleans. We breathed the crisp, clean air of the Colorado Rockies, followed the footsteps of patriots in Boston, chased cinematic dreams in Los Angeles, soaked in the genteel charm of Charleston, and explored the innovative spirit of Seattle. Each of these places offers a unique and unforgettable experience. But the most important lesson from our journey is that the best destination is entirely personal. The perfect trip for your family depends on your interests, your budget, and the kind of memories you want to create. To help you choose, think about your family's travel style. Are you thrill seekers who love the excitement of theme parks? Then Orlando or Los Angeles might be at the top of your list. Are you nature lovers who feel most alive in the great outdoors? Yellowstone, the Grand Canyon, or the national parks near Denver and Seattle would be incredible choices. Are you history buffs who want to make the past come alive for your children? Boston, Washington, D.C., and Charleston are tailor-made for you. Or are you urban explorers who thrive on the culture, food, and energy of a great city? New York, New Orleans, or San Diego would be a perfect fit. No matter where you decide to go, there are a few golden rules that can help make any family trip a resounding success. First, involve your children in the planning. Even small choices can make a big difference. Show them pictures or videos of the destination and ask what looks most exciting to them. Let a grade schooler choose which museum to visit one day, or let a teenager be in charge of picking a restaurant for dinner. Giving them a voice and a role in the process builds anticipation and gives them a wonderful sense of ownership over the adventure. Second, don't underestimate the power of the Junior Ranger program. We mentioned it in our chapters on the national parks, but it's worth repeating. This fantastic and almost always free program is available at hundreds of national parks, monuments, and historic sites across the country. The activity booklets are designed to engage kids with their surroundings, turning a simple visit into a fun and educational quest. Earning that official badge at the end is a moment of immense pride and a fantastic souvenir. Third, and this may be the most important tip of all, do not overschedule your days. It is so tempting to create a checklist and try to see and do everything. But this is the fastest route to exhaustion and meltdowns, for both kids and parents. The magic of a family vacation often happens in the unplanned moments. Build downtime into your itinerary every single day. An afternoon spent relaxing at the hotel pool, a long and leisurely lunch, or an hour spent just playing in a local park can be the moments that truly recharge your family and create the warmest memories. Fourth, pack smart. This doesn't mean packing for every possible contingency, but being thoughtful. For destinations with variable weather like the mountains or the Pacific Northwest, dressing in layers is key. Always have a small first aid kit with essentials like bandages, pain reliever, and allergy medicine. And never, ever underestimate the power of snacks. Having a few granola bars or bags of pretzels on hand can instantly salvage a situation when someone gets hungry. Reusable water bottles are also a must. They save money and are better for the environment. Fifth, embrace the detour. Sometimes the most memorable parts of a trip are the ones you didn't plan at all. If you see a quirky roadside attraction, a beautiful scenic overlook, or a local festival that looks interesting, be willing to deviate from your itinerary. That little bit of spontaneity is often where the real adventure lies. Finally, manage your expectations. Remember that the goal of a family vacation is not perfection. It is connection. Things will go wrong. Someone will get grumpy, you might take a wrong turn, or an attraction might be unexpectedly closed. That's okay. Try to laugh it off and remember that these little mishaps often become the funniest stories you tell later. The real treasure of any family trip is the shared experience. The inside jokes, the stories you'll retell for years, and the simple, priceless gift of spending uninterrupted time together. Thank you for joining us on this incredible journey across America. We hope we've inspired you to start planning, to dream about the possibilities, and to get out there and explore this beautiful country with the people you love most. The adventure is waiting for you. Until next time, we wish you safe and happy travel.